Hi there. The goal of this tutorial is to show you how you can add the Cryptolens licensing SDK into a Rhino 3D plugin. We're primarily going to focus on the steps necessary to get the client SDK to work, because the steps will differ than, for example, if your project supports adding the client SDK through NuGet, as an example. So I will be using the following article as our reference, so feel free to check it out later. We're not going to look that much into the key verification part and what, for example, different things in the dashboard do, how to create access tokens, and so on. But if you like to go through those features and where to obtain those values, I would suggest that you check out one of the videos that covers setting Cryptolens up in a .NET environment. So we have one of those videos that you can check out. I already have it, the plugin up and running with the code, but I would like to show you all the steps. So we're going to start with the project from scratch, and so you can see all the steps that are necessary. So let's create a Rhino plugin. Let's call it 3. Click on create. And we're going to base it on Rhino 8. Finish. Let's wait for it to finish. So while it's setting the project up, the steps to get this working is, so as you can see, the first step is to download the Cryptolens licensing SDK. If you click on this link, you'll come to our GitHub page. So you would click on releases, and then let's say we take the latest release, this one. So there are two versions. There's the Cryptolens licensing.zip, which contains all the features, and then there's the cross-platform in case you intend to target other platforms than Windows. So if Cryptolens licensing works for you, then I would suggest to use it as a first step. And then if there are some features that are not supported by the platform where you want to run it, then cross-platform be the way to go. So the goal is, let's say we decide to use Cryptolens licensing.zip, is that you download the file and extract all the libraries, and you can see that we'll have all the binaries for all of the frameworks. And for this tutorial, we are going to use the .NET Standard 2.0. So we're going to go in and click on .NET Standard, and then copy that link. Now we have our project set up. So I'm going to remove most of the code that comes here by default because we don't need it. And we can keep the console right line. And let's see how it works. So we can't use NuGet, so we click on Dependencies and add the project reference. And then we click on Browse, and then we click on Add. Let's see why it doesn't find it. Here you go. Like this. And click Add. So now we've added our dependency, and there's one more thing we need to do is I'm going to click on Manage NuGet Packages, and I'm going to search for here we go, Newtonsoft.Json. Let's install that one too. Great. So now we have that running. Let's just build the solution just to see that there are no issues. Build succeeded. So I'm going to return back to another plugin that I've created just to get all the code. So if you'd like to learn more about key verifications, I would suggest, as I said earlier, is to review more .NET, or even like for any language, even the tutorials we have about Python or like how to get started, the idea will be the same. But I'm using the key verification code that you can find on also in the help pages. It's essentially just copy and pasting everything and filling out the missing parts, the access token, the product ID, and the RSA public key. So I think we have everything, but exactly, yeah, this one doesn't work because we also need to add all the all the references. So let's go ahead and do that. I think you already have some references, but let's add those. So this is how we've set it up. We can see for ourselves how it works. I'll add some breakpoints. Let's start it up and see what happens. So it's going to take some time for it to work, but usually it should be done fairly quickly because it has to start up Rhino 8 as well. Just take some more time. Okay. Okay, now we have our project. So we're going to note down, okay, it's my Rhino plugin 3. My Rhino command 3. Now we started the command, so you can see its name is mine Rhino command 3. Let's go through the steps. Thinking. All right. And we get a success. Let's end it here. So now we've executed the plugin. So this could be placed in any other place of the plugin. I just want to show you the steps of like adding the library, because the normal way of adding it through Node.js will not work in Rhino 8 and potentially in other versions too. So now if we briefly sum up what we've done today, is that the solution to this is to go to this link that's provided in the tutorial, obtain the binaries, add the binary to .NET, the one in the .NET Standard 2.0 folder, and then you have to add Newtonsoft.Json through NuGet. And once you've done that, you can use the normal key verification code to perform the key verifications. And from here, you can continue any way you want. You can, for example, if it doesn't work, you will not permit the plugin from running any further. And if it works, then you could proceed as normal. Thank you so much for watching. And if you encounter any issues or you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you again.